The Mavericks taking on the Pelicans. For the Dallas Mavericks, winning 7 of their last 10. And they aren't done. Fueled up and ready to charge forward toward another win here in this one. Pelicans, Mavs. Tip-off in just a moment. Game we have for you tonight, as with D.A.
Thanks very much.
As is always the best case. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, McCollum and Jones are their guards. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's Murphy in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, on the wings, it's Dinwiddie and Hardaway Jr. Christian Wood is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Doncic in at the point guard. Now, here's Doncic. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20 and 10 guy. But now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Williamson, the pass to Murphy. Back to Williamson. Shoots over Bullock. And it's Williamson missing. And you hear about impacting winning? How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Mavericks making the shot. And Valanciunas kicks to Jones. It's slammed in by Jones.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Valanciunas, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Wood. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Well, we talk about it all the time. Hard work pays off, and Wood works extremely hard to fight for the finish he wanted there.
McCollum dishes to Valanciunas, and there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That is it. Nance with no one around. The Mavericks pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Powell in the high post. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent. And powering through the contact.
Dallas foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for New Orleans.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
The Mavericks have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Inside, here's Bertans, and finished off by Bertans.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
Here's Ntilikina. The pass to Bertans. Walker taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Now into the lineup for your Mavericks, JaVale McGee.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Now look at the field goal percentage. The offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Murphy in at the small forward. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Doncic passes to McGee. Beyond the arc. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Shoots a fader. Shot is good. And the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Williamson. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that was always emphasized because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
And they double up Doncic. Passes it to Bullock. Stolen by McCollum. And now the Pelicans on the break. And McCollum with the slam.
And slamming that one home. McCollum, 6'3", smaller for an off guard. But you see there, CJ can absolutely fly.
Doncic banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 8 points.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Kicks to Murphy. New Orleans moving it around. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot block.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And that one misses. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for JaVale McGee. Davis Bertans comes in for Christian Wood. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Ntilikina in for Dinwiddie. Nance against Powell. Doncic outside. With 2 seconds left. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fellow really has a lot of game.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The backcourt there will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Hardaway is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Wood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Looking at Reggie Bullock, boy, he's had quite the ride as a pro.
Yeah, he certainly has, Greg. I mean, he's been a lot of places during his 8-year career, but the thing I like, no matter where he's been and what uniform he's worn, he knocks down shots and does exactly what's asked of him.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Here's Williamson, who's back up. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Valanciunas.
Man, he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Walker's checked in for Luka Doncic. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason game.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, they couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
New Orleans making a switch here. Graham's checked in.
Graham.
Over to the wing. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Valanciunas.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point about you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
Walker's shot is off. And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 6.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Bullock dishes to Walker. To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Wood. Davis Bertans comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Ntilikina in for Dinwiddie. Here's Graham. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Hardaway finds Bertans. His first shot coming late. And that one goes long. Pelicans trailed by 4. Pass to Alvarado. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Alvarado's got 5 points so far.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Ntilikina passes to Walker. Over Alvarado. Walker's shot is off. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Hayes. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Outside Hardaway. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And we just finished the third quarter. We've got a tight ball game here. Pelicans lead by 1.
22.
We're back after this from American Airlines Center.
From the DNA, when he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for New Orleans right now, up front it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then there's McCollum, and it's Murphy in at the small forward.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
You know, no wonder he's been off the mark. I think he's been a little bit too much in the background, uninvolved so far tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
McCollum outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Daniels. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
3.
McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Doncic finds Dinwiddie. Now here's Powell. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one's good. Daniels.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Doncic. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Nance comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Herbert Jones in for Daniels. And Doncic gets it to go.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
.119 left in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Doncic. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Valanciunas is checked in for Nance. Doncic against McCollum. Missed inside. New Orleans leading by 4.
Mavericks foul.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the plays are coming from for the Pelicans.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And you know, in possession, like it's crucial.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time.
Reggie Bullock.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line
The
for the
explosive
Pelicans.
athleticism
Zion
of
Williamson.
Williamson is so much fun to watch. For a guy his size to move like that, incredible.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And it's right missing. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.